The decline of Paul Pogba has been one of the most shocking things to watch in recent years. A player that had it all: exceptional technique, insane passing range, incredible physical attributes for a midfielder, and youth. He was destined to be a legend at Manchester United, or even win the Ballon d'Or. But now he is fighting for his place in the France squad and is deemed surplus to requirements at Juventus. So how did this generational talent fall so far? Paul Pogba was always destined for greatness. Even as a child, he had exceptional footballing qualities. He would often go viral for his insane ball control skills and vision, and when he broke through at Manchester United as a teenager, everyone was excited for the future. Pogba would become a key part of Jose Mourinho's side and won the Europa League in his first season back at the club. That summer, he would be a part of the French squad that reached the final of the European Championships and won the Best Young Player award. The following season, Pogba would really come into his own and establish himself as one of the best players in the world. Under new manager, his attacking output would skyrocket, and he would end the season with 13 goals and 21 assists in all competitions. His passing, vision, and dribbling were causing havoc in the Premier League, and he was only getting better. But then something happened. As the 2017-18 season came around, Pogba would find himself in a power struggle with manager Jose Mourinho. It started off small, just some tactical differences and Mourinho not playing Pogba in his preferred position. But it would soon escalate. One example of this was after the 1-1 draw against Liverpool, when Mourinho said that he benched Pogba due to a medical issue, but later admitted that it was a tactical decision. Soon after that, their relationship was broken beyond repair. Fans were shocked when Mourinho said that Pogba was a serial winner, meaning that he only performed well in great teams with great players. And then fans and media got wind of Pogba's infamous "I love him, I don't love him" quotes. In an interview, Pogba talked about his relationship with Mourinho and said, "When the coach believes in you, you have to give everything to help the team. If I can bring more to the team, I will do it. If not, I will carry on working to give my best." This was seen as a huge sign of disrespect from the squad and dressing room to the manager. The fans soon turned on him, and his face was regularly seen on many a United supporter's shirt. Pogba's form immediately took a nosedive. He would no longer dribble past players and instead opted to pass sideways or backwards. All of his creativity seemed to have disappeared, and he could not make an impact on games anymore. Many thought this was all in Pogba's head, and that he had simply fallen out with his manager. But little did we know that there was much more to this than met the eye. Behind the scenes, Pogba had been struggling with his knee. He had actually been dealing with this issue since 2016, but the club and manager, Jose Mourinho, never knew about it until it became public knowledge. After being knocked out of the Champions League by Sevilla in 2018, Pogba finally revealed the extent of his injuries and what he had been going through. The injuries started off small, just some discomfort and swelling, but it soon became too much to handle and would often swell up so much that he could put his foot down. This led to Pogba having surgery on both knees in 2019, which sidelined him for the majority of the season. When he returned, he still did not feel right and ended up having surgery again on his right knee, this time to remove damaged cartilage. After months of rehabilitation, Pogba finally felt like his old self again and was able to play consistently for the first time in 3 years. Pogba's relationship with the fans and the club, however, had completely deteriorated, and they were eager to move him on. His contract was also expiring in the summer of 2022, and it looked likely that he would leave on a free transfer. Despite interest from other clubs, though, Pogba decided that he wanted to return to Juventus. It was a shock move for sure, but it made sense for both parties. Juventus got a world-class player for free, and Pogba would get to play under one of the best managers in the world, in Massimiliano Allegri. Was someone that had already won multiple Scudetti and Champions Leagues with the club and was the perfect man to get the best out of Pogba. Once again, bad luck struck for Pogba. Just a few weeks into the season, he tore his meniscus and needed surgery. Allegri, though, saw this as an opportunity to change the way that Juventus played. They had already started the season poorly and went on a 30-match unbeaten run without Pogba. They didn't miss him at all, and when he returned, he was greeted with boos from the home fans. Pogba knew that he was UN wanted, and that his time at Juventus had come to an end after just one season. He would rejoin Manchester United for a second time in the summer of 2022, and many thought that this would be a great move for him. He would get to play under his former manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, once again, and would reunite with some of his former teammates. But unfortunately, Pogba would not have the same impact as he did before and was often criticized for his performances. Many people felt that Pogba had lost his passion for the game and just wasn't trying anymore. He didn't track back enough and often gave the ball away cheaply in dangerous areas. He was supposed to be the creative spark in the middle of the park, but he just didn't have that drive anymore. After 6 years at the club, Pogba would depart Manchester United for good. But where will he go next? Mino Raiola, his agent, stated that he had offers from clubs in the MLS, the Premier League, and Italy. But surprisingly, he has been linked with a move to newly promoted Nottingham Forest. Now, this may seem like a bizarre move for a player of his caliber, but Forest are backed by a wealthy owner and are looking to spend big in the upcoming window. Manager Steve Cooper is a big fan of Pogba and feels that he can help take the club to the next level. So could this be the making of Paul Pogba? It's hard to say. He does have all the quality in the world, but mentally, it seems like he's given up. If he does join Forest, he'll need to raise his game week in, week out, if they want to avoid relegation once again. Now Pogba is a player that's had it all. He's had the quality, potential, physique, and youth to become a legend at the club. But he's just not lived up to the expectations that were set upon him. Now, it's no fault of his own. Pogba genuinely had serious knee problems that kept him out for the best years of his career. But that doesn't excuse the lack of effort and passion that he has shown for the clubs over the last few years. Pogba has left a what could have been feeling at every single club that he's played for. At Manchester United, he was a fan favorite at first and had the potential to be a club legend. But he fell out with Jose Mourinho and suffered serious knee injuries that stunted his development. At Juventus, he was a serial winner and helped them dominate Italian football. But once again, he suffered another serious knee injury and was deemed surplus to requirements. And now at Manchester United, he was brought back to solve their midfield issues and add creativity. But he just didn't have the same impact and seemed disinterested. It's sad to see such a talented player waste his potential. But that's what's happened here. Pogba could have been the best player in the world, but unfortunately, he never fulfilled his potential. What happens now is anyone's guess. Will he reinvent himself at Nottingham Forest, or will he continue his downward spiral? Only time will tell. But what do you think? Did Pogba have it all? And why do you think he fell so far? Comment your thoughts below. Thanks for watching.